Hey everybody, it's Mickey D back with Stationeers Season 2, Episode 40. And it took me a little bit longer to get back than I planned. Some things came up with my wife's car, some things came up with the job, I had to check out a couple other things. And of course, I had to fix sorters as soon as I loaded up the world. We are actually back on the beta branch. There was an update, I think earlier today, where they had realized that they had broken all the motherboards for the computers. So that was fixed. So we're back on the beta branch. I was hoping that maybe along with that, some stuff was straightened out with the sorters. No. Um, it was, and I thought I just saw something funky. No. Okay. Yeah, it was the ingots again on this side for whatever reason. No rhyme or reason. Because of course, as soon as I logged into the world, I threw a belt in, and it ran all fine. I said, "Oh, yay!" And then I started emptying out the vending machine, and I completely emptied the whole thing out, and I was basically running everything back through the system to get all the stacks straightened out in there. And yeah, the first three ingot machines had locked up for, again, no apparent reason. So I placed them all down, reprogrammed them, and they've been working fine since. I did make one change. I did make the iron stacks to 300 now, which I don't have a current count on the iron, but not counting what's in the stackers, we have 3.5k of copper, 3k of gold, 1k of silver, 2.5k of lead. I think we have no nickel except for what's in the stackers. So, and then iron is not much. We have about a K or so. So obviously, nickel and iron are going to be our two priorities. Obviously, we burn through a ton of iron. Um, and yeah, but I spent, I don't know how long re-straightening out everything. And I was kind of bummed out when I had logged in or loaded up the save, and there was the sorters aren't working again. And one of the, for some strange reason, not just the sorters, the stacker for the iron just keeps locking up. I don't know why, but that's the only one that does it. And they're all identical setups, and that was before I switched it to 300. So, but for some reason that locker just or that stacker just keeps locking up. Don't know. I did, after I got it all situated. I kind of went through. Those are all coal, and then these are all empty. I went through, and since it was working, or at least is currently, probably until I shut down the session and restart it, which seems to be what always breaks it for the most part, is uh, the rest of the batteries are inside. And so I ran through all the ores and stuff to get them all processed and taken care of. So we need 3 batteries. I'm going to go back inside for that. But, hey, Mr. Montuk. So everything at least is working fine for now. As you can see, our airlock is working. Oh, I forgot we have we have batteries right there. Well, I still need more anyway. So that's good. Though it seemed like the vents were running backwards, but I'm gonna check that because it seems to, it runs on that side. It was running on that side before it ran on that side, but it might have just been me. Because it doesn't seem like, I mean, why is it sucking? For me, that seems like that is sucking air. Are those backwards? It seems like that's sucking air inside. It's set inward, so it's sucking air inside the base. They are. They're running. I mean, if we're pressurizing now, yeah, they're running backwards. because that just pulled air from outside to pressurize it. We'll have to go look at that. I thought they were running backwards. Still doing good on power, obviously 98%. And of course, I've got most of the lights turned off, but I don't really want to empty all the batteries out of there. We have plenty of, I'm going to bring some more out here. And honestly, by the time we're done, that will probably be charged. I like to leave a few batteries in each charger. Where's the data disk? Let's go take a look at that airlock. There's something funky going on there. I'll make sure these are exterior, exterior, interior, interior, interior. Yeah. So are these reversed? Oh, interior vent is set to exterior. Yeah, that would be an issue. Exterior vent is set to interior. Interior airlock is set to interior. Exterior airlock is set to exterior. So exterior airlock set to exterior. Very nice. And interior airlock set to interior. All right. Easy enough fix. Yeah, I know. It's always the vents. I blame that. That was obviously not something I did, and it was a, you know, that's a bug in the game. It just randomly switches the vents. No, I'm pretty sure I just stuck it up backwards. Okay, there we go. Yes, now it's depressurizing the base air. I mean, at least we figured it out before, you know, we'd gotten the base pressurized, because that would have, been, you know, we would have been contaminating the base atmosphere. Though, not like the Mars atmosphere is exactly that bad. But, you know, if we can avoid it, that's good. All right, we need 3 batteries. And for the size of it, it does run decently. You know, it's done like 10. It should reverse to the other side now. Yep. But obviously this should go a bit faster once the base is up to pressure too. Yeah, we could. Though, I mean, oxides are really easy to get, which we do got a massive, we got to do a massive ice runs besides iron and nickel. Okay. And then I really want to get lights set up out here too. So if, complete side note, anybody has seen it, Volcanoids released on early access. I actually meant to do a little play on that. I had alpha access, and honestly, I actually never ended up loading it up. So I feel kind of bad about that, because I usually try to participate in alphas or betas if I have access to it. And I guess actually it was a beta, but yeah, they released on early access today. And we're going to check all these. I don't know why we have, I think that's just suits from when people died. We'll do a little bit of cleanup before we start getting into things here. And I don't know if there's anything in these or not. I really hate, leave that. I don't know why that does that, but it does. Okay, so nothing in this one. We're going to go ahead and put the coal in there. And then I can go with the rest of the coals. Yeah, we're all set on coal for a little while. I guess until we make a big batch of steel, and then we'll burn through it all. But, hey, Mr. Montouk. So, what we're going to work on is actually inside the base, which having the airlock just makes it takes so much longer to get in and out. Yes, there it goes. There's that mystery thunk. Which it could be it locking, but it doesn't thunk when it unlocks, so, you know. I guess we will see. I'm just really hoping the sorters and the stackers stay working, because that is a pain. If I have to go spend like an hour to sort that out every time I load up the world. Oh, we're missing a floor grate there. And actually, since we're doing kind of side stuff right now anyway, oops. I'm gonna go upstairs because we were missing like a floor grate upstairs. Oh yeah, I want to still see about adding a light in there. I don't know if it'll do it because it's inside the light or inside the elevator. Yes, there we go. There was our missing floor grate. Yeah, we kind of had that there, but... And then I think we've got floor grates everywhere else. We should check our potatoes while we're up here. Yep, there's some laying on the ground. Obviously running good. 2 stacks of 20. Yeah, it must be almost... It's almost done then, because we get about 40... 45 or something, I think. Oh, we got an autosave. Yeah, the lovely autosaves. I know it won't come out anytime soon, but I've been kind of wanting the Hellion update to come out because I kind of want to play some Hellion, but there's not really a point until they actually come out with another update, since there won't really be anything new to do. 8, yeah. So, it'd be interesting. I think we should get about... I think, yeah, I'm going to track it. But, you know what game has changed a lot that I wanted to kind of load up was Empiron. I haven't played it in quite a while, and they've made a lot of changes. It looks pretty cool, and they just had another big update recently. And completely oddball, we're going to throw potatoes, because I don't want to go through the airlock to throw the potatoes out for now, so we're just going to throw potatoes right here. We got to really bring the food stuff inside and stick it up upstairs. We're at 1.3. Yeah, see, the problem is we don't really have a gas that's not... I mean, obviously we can't use water. We don't have enough nitrogen. Oh, we have 11 MPa of CO2. So we could pressurize the base partially with CO2. And I could just do something like really funky, like... And then that would...
Hunger critical.
That would give us a good pressure test. So maybe we'll do that. Oh, the hunger. What we can do is I'm gonna. Do we have any? We don't have any extra active bins, do we? Outside, of course. Everything's outside now. The joys of having an airlock on the base. That's all right. We'll make active bins anyway. We're gonna need more. You know what? I think I actually have a potato. No, I think I actually ate the potato. I had a potato on me at one point. Oh, yeah, I ate it a little bit. That was off camera. When I was messing with the processing line, there is a couple of granola bars around, but I think they're obviously also outside as well. I could just eat a raw potato, but we did that for a long time anyway. Alright, so what we're going to do is adjust for the pressure test. And this will be good because we need to set up a purge system anyway. So we'll... Why am I... You would think I would remember which button is which, saying I've played this game long enough to remember where my inventories are. Okay, so we're just going to do something like this for now. Obviously not permanent, but this will let us do a quick pressure test on the base and just make sure we haven't missed anything that you know, because yeah, we don't want to. That's a good suggestion, Mr. Montuk. We don't want to send out what little oxygen we have. To the Martian atmosphere. So, set outward and vent on. Right, no, other way. Yes, there we go. It always confuses me because the button is, you know, it's telling it, you know, it's going the other way. I just remember just blue comes in, red goes out. All right. So, yeah, we're pressurizing some. We'll run it for a little while. Obviously, we've got a bit in there. And obviously, it's going to take it a while. I don't know why gases are so slow. You know, I mean, honestly, it should equalize on the pressure quite fast in real life. So, we will see. And actually, let's go grab our... Let's put these pipes back. And then I think while that's running, I want to work on the automation for the filtration. Because we'll want that. And then we can work on our purge system at the same time. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take this, put this wiring back. Though I usually do keep some wiring. I need to clear out some inventory space for now. I want to go ahead and bring in the yeah, we shouldn't have any leaks anywhere. We'll find out. I want to go ahead and bring in the all the food stuff, so it'll be inside the base. Since we're going to be focusing more on being in the base. And I am really considering on putting walls in and pressurizing, you know, adding the processing line to the base. Just leave the smelter outside. And then I was thinking about turning, I don't know. I was thinking about turning like the vending machine so we can get... No, the ingots inside the base for where, so we can put them in the machines. Though if we're stacking up like stacks of 500 and stuff, then, you know, we run out, grab some, bring them in, and we shouldn't really have to deal with it. Because either way, then if we're running the smeltery to make alloys, we're going to have to, you know, bring alloys out to the furnace. I mean, it's kind of, you know, we're going to have the same thing either way. And running. Now, watch, the interesting thing will be is the base will be pressurized up to like 15 kPa or something when we go back in, and it's going to blow us around in the airlock. I don't think so. The base is pretty big. It's going to take a lot of gas to fill that up. But that would be, you know, I could see that happening. Thank you. All right, first of all, let's cook a potato. And you know what we should do is we should actually just take all that. We can, well, we can actually bring that crate inside too. And I think I actually want to set, like, we're going to set, I think, a lock. Well, we could actually take the crate in the container, the base. And bring them inside. It'd probably work as well. I was just thinking about taking a lot, like bringing a lot, like a single locker or something to store the potatoes in for now. But really, I guess we could probably bring this all upstairs. Thank you. And but I do want to separate out the potatoes, because that is where our hydroponics are. Though the only thing we are growing right now is the potatoes. So 20, 20, 29, 20. 10. Musical potatoes. Random road flares in with the potatoes. Who knows? And it's kind of funny that they call them, I mean, why not just call them flares? You know, there's no roads on Mars. Oh, disconnect. Oh, I thought it said deconstruct for a minute, and I'm like, I don't want to. It would be nice if they did have a way to deconstruct those. At least let us put them back in a you know, like a kit form would be nice. I'm surprised that they've, I mean, it's probably obviously not a high priority item, but, you know, it would be nice if there was a way to at least recycle the portable stuff. Oh my God. Yes, the VR moving. Okay, I'm going to bring that in. And then, obviously, we need to, I'm assuming, drill. Wrench. Yes. Just drop in one belt. Drop in a belt at a time and make sure it passes through the first conveyor before you dump any more in. Because otherwise, you can overload the first one and it'll lock up the unloader. Okay, so that's good. Is there anything else we need to bring in? And we could bring that in too. Oh, it's going to be fun getting these up the elevators. Is that even possible? It should. I mean, I'm pretty sure these, yeah, it should be. Yeah, you can run, everything's working on the processing line. So you can run anything through there. If it's a tool, it's just going to be recycled or something, you know. The only thing you don't want to put in there is don't put your drill in. You will not get it back. I got tired of having like 30 drills floating around, so I set it to basically just give back the bag. Anything else will be recycled. You know, and we have these, so you know what? Why don't we bring all the food in? And we do have a locker. Oh, no, that's an atmosphere. It's the lockers. Yeah, that's a locker. At some point, we're going to want to bring all this stuff in, which we should probably just throw in a crate and bring in. Because we are going to be doing quite a bit of... Hey, for right now, yes. Once I start the new job, no. The new job is 12-hour shifts. So I will not have time. I basically will have, you know, if you figure an hour before work, I get 3 hours after work, you know, and that's to eat dinner, run errands, that sort of thing. So not really going to have time to stream on the days I work. But the days I don't work, I pretty much stream every day unless there's something I have to, you know, that ties me up. But yeah, for the most part, I pretty much stream like 3-4 episodes a day. Barring you know, things that interfere. Like I was going to start streaming about 3 hours ago, and then it just did not work out today. Um, yeah, this is going to be lots of fun. I might just bust a hole through the. Can we get a cargo lift? I wonder what happens if you try to do that. I don't think that's gonna work. There's a, yeah, we need a cargo lift. That's good. You can't get the. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, that's kind of. Do you think this is gonna kill me? Oh my God, that actually kind of worked. Yeah, we're trying to. I'm trying to. The focus right now is getting on the pressurization. Question is can I pick that back up to move it now? Uh,
Suit damage. Suit critical. Pressure critical.
that kind of worked.
Oxygen critical.
Okay,
Health critical.
let's just drop the backpack and drop the tool belt. I have no idea even where I'm at.
Cognition critical. Power critical.
Okay.
Temperature critical.
Oh, what the? You got a little problem over there, Mr. Montouk? I think you may have dumped too many ices in at once. You know, like the whole base is on fire, right? And we just had an autosave. Awesome. Damn. That's not fun. Should I actually try to even put this out? I don't even know if this is going to be... Stop! Stop! I think we're just going to end up rolling back. Oh, yeah, we're losing conveyors and stuff. Leave session. Exit. I'm thinking that's what he did. I mean, it should not ignite if you don't hit the activate button. It technically should be safe. But... where's... Oh. Great. We're back to last night, which means again, I have to re-straighten out the sorter system again. Yeah. If it hadn't saved right then. This is where I was like 3 hours ago, by the way. And before I processed all the ore. This is basically where we ended last night. Yeah, we'll just have to make sure that, yeah, they are. Yep, that's a hindsight. We should basically run one gas through at a time. I guess what we'd have to do is we're going to have to set the volume pump to take it down to 0. Which is kind of a pain. Unless we set up another sorter and separate oxides and hydrogen. Alright. Well, first of all... let us straighten stuff out. Yeah, I thought about going that route. Um, but I ended up not, and I ended up setting up the smeltery. Okay, we know that these are backwards, so let's go ahead and fix that. Exterior vent, exterior, and then interior vent to interior. Awesome. Well, thankfully, there's nothing overly critical. It's just straightening out the sorter system again. It's times like this I just want to load up a different game. And I should have saved. I mean, almost always I save in a different slot before I start the stream. And we almost always switch between streams, you know, just to kind of prevent things from like that. That's why I rolled the saves so often. But it's just a shame that there was a autosave right then. Yeah, yeah. I mean, autosave has saved us quite a few times, but that's why I do the rolling saves. I mean, I like, you know, you should have like a rolling autosave anyway. You know, just having saving in one slot is, you know, just kind of asking for trouble. Because sometimes things go wrong, completely wrong, and you don't know until after the fact. Yeah, we're almost there. Now, there is a chance that the sorters could be working. Probably not, but it does sometimes automatically start working on world load. If I had to load up the save, we would have probably had to do this anyway, because pretty much every time I load up the world save, they're broken. And thankfully, see, they were running perfectly fine. There's no backlog, no, you know, issues. Oh, no, see, iron's backed up. Yeah, it's that one unloader for some reason is the one that always, our stacker, always backs up. I don't know why. Not all the other stackers work perfectly fine. So that's actually, we might be all right now that we forced it through. We'll see. We'll run the iron through and see if it works or not. But it means I got to re-straighten out the vending machine as well. But I can do that later. That's obviously not a priority. Which reagent? Because there's, oops, not the bin, junction. Yes, I want a junction. Thank you. Because there's kind of like two different types of reagent, as far as I've always been able to tell. You get the one that has the ores, and then you have the one that has the biological mixed into it, sort of thing. And usually just run it through the recycler and into the centrifuge, and it'll give you back, it'll separate out the ores. If you do get the ones that it doesn't separate, it has to go into the other the reagent machine, I do believe. Yeah, the chem stations. And those ones I haven't messed with in quite a while, so I'm not sure exactly. Oh, shoot. I almost forgot to set the thing on that. Wait a minute. Nope. Where's the one I just pulled up? What? Oh, that's right. I just ran it. Okay, yeah, I didn't have to pull it up. I just had to clear it. So 300. Confirm. So yeah, copper, gold, iron. Well, the question is that one? I don't remember. I haven't used it in quite a while. I'm pretty sure, well, you have to make the reagent, and then you put it on, I think you put it on the desk like that, and then you should be able to insert the materials into it. Okay. Oh, Mr. Montic, don't, What are you running through? You might have issues. Okay. Doesn't look like it was. Hang on. Don't run, yeah, don't watch. Now let's see. The question is if the ink gets bind up or not. If not, I gotta pull out like the first 3 sorters. Okay, that one ran. Oh, okay, it's actually working. So hopefully we should be good. Yeah, like I said, sometimes you load up the save, it doesn't. Sometimes you load up the save and it does. All right, so you should be able to run ores through. Oh, this is actually after. Okay, we're not back as far as I. Okay, this is after I straightened it out. Wow, I'm actually surprised that the. Well, no, see, that was weird. Oh, see, there it is again. For whatever reason, there's the iron locked up. And I don't know what's. Yeah, just shoot it outside of the. Yeah, there you go. And if that backs up too far, it locks up the stackers, and then it ends up breaking all the other stackers. I don't know. Exactly identical setup to all the other ones. I don't know why it does it. But I think that's where the issue with the other sorters are coming up. Yeah, now it worked perfectly fine. I don't get it. It's. Yep, fine, fine. Oh, see, it just jammed up again. Yeah, I don't get it. Oh, you have to take the healing peel. Hey! Sorry, my dogs are trying to play. Um, you have to take the healing pill, basically. Unless it's something you. Usually, if the chest itself is yellow. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. We'll pull it out, place it back down. It's just, it was working perfectly fine before. Yeah, see, look, there's like 2 stacks there for some reason. It's like it didn't take that stack in. And I'm sure, oh, yep, and there's one stuck underneath it as well. Who knows? Who knows? But at least the stackers are not near as bad as, the sorters. Oh, I'm assuming that's a network issue, it looks like. Oops. 300. Confirm. I love how it spins the dial. Yeah, let's see. I mean, at least that's easy on those. It's not a matter of. Oh, that's the door. Okay, it looked like there was an ingot stuck in there. Oh, yep. Are you on beta? Because we're back on beta again. Okay. And then. Alright, so yeah, we actually were not rolled back as far as I thought we were. Okay. Yeah, don't put anything else in the system until some of that's processed. Because if you jam that up, I'm going to have to reprogram all those sorters. Okay, that one went in fine. All right, I'm going to dump the rest of them in. And hopefully they stay working as they should. And no more of that funny business. Atmospheric kit does your filtering, air conditioning, and electrolysis for water. Which I've never used it in electrolysis mode. Which we could. Yeah, looks like it's working all right. So hopefully it shall keep it working all right. Thankfully, yes. But see, that was, so this save was after I ran through a whole bunch of stuff, because that's where I organized, because it was all in that one. And then, yeah, so I had run through, but I had run through all the ores afterwards, after the system was up and running. But that's weird. See, so that was locked up again. Yeah, I don't get what happens with that. It seems like on the world load. Look at the line of ores to be processed. Yeah, you might be locked up. Because they should be circulating through. You've probably locked up the first one. You'll find out when it opens up. Yeah, you gotta watch how much you dump in there at once. At least these ones aren't as bad because they're off the IC. So it's a matter of... We have a ton of shoes for a buffer. There's a whole line going through there. I mean, we have a buffer of that end to that end. Next time if I do this, we'll reverse it. And we'll make it feed in on the other way and come down. And then feed through. Because, I mean, we have this buffer, and then after the sorters, we have this buffer. You know, that's basically the buffer. So they run through, and then it buffers them there. But, yeah, yep, the first one's jammed up. Which means ores are going to go flying everywhere. Yeah. All right. It's raining ores. Beautiful. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can't put too much in the system at once. Don't throw them back over this way. I got to get them out where the sorter goes. Otherwise, they're just going to get stuck underneath it. Oh, that's funny. That almost looks like a barcode sitting over there. All right. One of these days we'll actually move on to something besides sorters. And thankfully everything will roll down into that hole over there. So if anything goes anywhere, it pretty much either rolls towards that. It pretty much all ends up rolling into this. Oh, we get an autosave. Ends up rolling into this kind of cave. Not really a cave. It's more of a hole. Yes. Yes, the stackers will stack any item, like item. up to whatever the maximum stack count is for that item. Yeah, it'll pretty much always end up in there. All right, let's get this set back up again. Thankfully, we just have to label this one and set it in the IC. All right, and label. Sorter 1. Confirm. Thank you. All right, screwdriver. Sorter 1. Turn it back on. Beautiful. Yep, and now we got stuff moving through again. All right, you can dump stuff in, but do not overload the system. Yeah, don't run more than once the furnaces are all running. Just put like one bag in until the furnaces start clearing out. Yes, I got that done last night. Yeah, there we go. So now you can have 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let the rest of that run through before any more gets added in. Oh, we got a funky one down there. It's stuck. It's actually underneath. Oh, there's a couple of them stuck underneath. I don't know if it'll let me grab them. Oh, I guess somebody's got a sync error. All right. Well, we should be good. When we're done running stuff through, we'll pull up the pipes and get those out from underneath there. All right. Now, back to the thing I was actually doing before. We got plenty of tool belts. Holy cow. Which was, first of all, let's make a potato. Da 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 da. So very fast. If you want, go collect oxides, nickel or iron. We do need all of those. We'll probably use some more silicone too. We didn't have a ton of silicone, but should hopefully be all right on that for now. Yes, and do not run oxides and volatiles through the furnace at the same time. I should put a big note on that for that. And before I forget, I should go over there and change that pressure setting. And we can recycle these at the same time. I think you have to leave it a little bit away so it'll toss it. But I'm not 100% positive on that because we haven't, we don't have a stacker hooked to ours. And I don't remember, I don't think I did last time either. Okay, there's the circuit right there. Can you recycle the burning? The burning. What do I want to say? Road flares? Or will that just catch things on fire? I mean, technically they're already burning. It would be nice to get rid of all those. I might do it, try it right after a save. That way we can just roll back if it goes horribly wrong. You exploded? Why did you explode? What are you doing that's causing you to explode? Bring it down to like 10. So that'll be like 10 kPa. Actually, we'll set it to like 10. Yeah, that should be enough. It shouldn't light, hopefully. You don't have like contaminated jetpack or something, do you? And where did you explode at? Yeah, for those who missed it, Mr. Montuca was exploding last night randomly for no apparent reason. That's why we had the big crater net. That was his. Huh. Again, over by the solars. Is there a hydrogen geyser maybe buried under there? I don't know if they can actually be buried. Oh, this is a good idea. Can you actually take a... It probably wouldn't actually work, but I wonder if you take an atmospheric sensor and run around. They have hydrogen geysers. They're pretty rare, I guess. I haven't seen one yet. I've seen pictures online of them. But yeah, supposedly they're pretty rare. Why did you not run? Oh, maybe he doesn't like being set that low. Power line's running right there. It should be running. Oh, I didn't. I didn't actually export the code. Oh, I missed. My, yeah. Yeah, it's still set at the same pressure. That's why. All right. Well, let's. While we do. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually put that down right there. Wow, we're just like all over the place this episode. One thing goes wrong. And look what happens. Try to get... I know we don't have a lot of silicone, so... But... There, we'll get... we have a few more furnaces that aren't running. That should start up the last one. Yeah. So, and, oh, yeah, I love it. Fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers laying around. 2, 3. 4. that light's really getting in my way. Six. Oh. Seven's not bad. All right. Wow, that's almost all cleaned up, so that's good. All right, let's go grab that crate. We'll get this programmed. We can at least bring this inside with us, since we know we do want it inside anyway. That's why I like big airlocks. Oh. Dunk dunk. Okay. Well, we're almost back to the point where we were, where everything's went horribly wrong. But what is it with Stationeers without explosions? Oh yeah, I gotta reset up that temporary base pressurization to see if the base will hold atmosphere. Yeah, maybe we'll run out to the solar panel. Take the, come on, come on. Almost, almost. Thank you. All right, this needs to go upstairs, but we're doing it by hand, not the elevator. Because, yeah, that did not go well. Okay, import, edit. We're going to set this down to 10, just because I don't want to run it all the way down to 0. Because it'll make the pump run like crazy.
We need to talk.
Okay. And all right. Airlock, airlock. $80. Running. All right, yeah, let me go ahead and make another save. That way, we'll have one that was... Oh, yeah, I was just going to do an autosave in a minute, too. All right, and I will be right back. Okay, I am gonna have to end the stream here for now. Unfortunately, I just had something pretty major came up, so um, should hopefully be streaming in a little bit, but I'm gonna deal with that for a little while. Um, so unfortunately, we'll just have to cut it short, and um, yeah, the one at the furnace is actually in my inventory. And this is supposed. Why is it not? The airlock jammed up. It was supposed to be letting me out. Yeah, I'll go throw it back in there real quick because otherwise we'll forget and then things will explode again. But yeah, it's all done. I set it to basically pull out all of the pressure. So it'll drop it down to like 10 kPa. And that should, if we run 2 fuels through, it should be low enough that it won't ignite. Or, or if it does, it's going to try to drain it all out anyway. Because it was set to 2 MPa before. So, but yes, I'll have to end the stream here. And as you can see, it works really good. So, hopefully I can come back in a little bit. But, yeah, anyway. All right. Well, sorry about cutting the stream short. And I will see you guys in the next one.